So let's take a look at this question. So this question says, which of the following best describes the state of the United States economy at the end of World War II? So we're given a couple answers. It was starting to come out of the Great Depression. It was deep into the Second Great Depression. It was experiencing steady growth from wartime production, and it was entering yet another recession. And so, this is going to be more of a fact-based question, not really a fact and knowledge-based question. It's a fact and knowledge-based question, less so a model theory or calculation-based question. And so, I would say that after World War II, because the wartime economy was so oriented and stimulated for wartime production, producing cars, not cars, vehicles, medicine, bullets, guns, tanks, that employed a lot of people, and the economy actually was jump started from what the Great Depression was before. And so that was a big reason that helped stimulate the economy. So 3 is going to be the most accurate answer. So let's take a look at the answer choice given by the previous tutor. So the answer key says it was experiencing steady growth from wartime production. Yeah, that's true. And so let's see the explanation. So this is probably going to be a little bit more detailed because, again, this is more fact-based. And I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. The post-World War II economic expansion of the United States of America is also known as the golden age of expansion that witnessed a global economic boom as the war concluded. The economy of the United States grew from $228 billion in 1945 to $1.7 trillion in the 1970s. Post-war prosperity came as a great surprise because it was contrary to prediction of economic collapse after the war made by the experts in the pre-war era. And so the reason that people assumed that the economy would kind of drop was because when the war veterans came back and entered the civilian workforce, that was supposedly going to increase unemployment. And also, the economy would not have as much capital to work with because of wartime investment. But actually, contrary to what was predicted, the economy, supported by the GI Bill, saw a increase in GDP as people went to college and increased their skills in education, which enhanced their productivity. Okay, I think that's a good background. It's not necessary to know all of that detail. Definitely not necessary to know all those details. What you do just need to know is a general trend of the economy. And the trend of the economy was that after World War II, the wartime production translated rapidly into continued growth. And so, I think this answer key talks a lot about what happens after the war, but I think the question focuses more specifically on the snapshot at the end of World War II. What was the economy in the United States like? And I think that is definitely more cleanly answered as experiencing steady growth from wartime production. And so let's leave a little comment talking, making sure that the answer key isn't kind of too off, and say, the solution focuses a bit much on, or let's say the previous, on the history after the war, in the decades after the war ended, but the question specifies more of a snapshot at the end of the war. It's better to, at that point in time, the U.S. economy was very wartime oriented, and experienced steady growth due to the high volume of production required. So I think that's a little bit more accurate because it talks more directly about what did it look like at the end of World